Happy Friday, everyone. We're back with some more painting. So we'll just kind of jump right in. I've got pretty far and yet still so much more to go. It seems never ending, but I feel like doing some more of the green colors right now. So I think we'll just jump in and see what we can do. So I've got see if I can show kind of like a pale mint green. Hi Ascended, how are you? Hello Mama Zug. So I think we'll try and play with some of these kind of green tones today and see what we can do with those. Because we already did 13, I think. So we can do some of these darker spots that are pretty detail oriented. Katie Bunny, hello. Hopefully like 2 hours before Among Us, right Katie? Or were you gonna start a little after that? I've been trying to rest my arms so that I can do as much painting as possible, but we are going to raid into Katie because she's doing Among Us tonight. And hopefully I can play a little bit, is the goal. And I remembered to change my stream title today. I'm like on Wednesday. That was awkward. Nope. There. Oh, 8 p.m. Central. Okay, so we've got plenty of time. Oh, good. It's just been one of those days where like everything seems a bit rushed. So I kind of need some chill painting time. Now my camera is a little off there. So yeah, we got this. We're doing fine. It's okay. It's a-okay. I want to do some of these dark spots, but I should probably start light and then work dark today. So we'll do that. Do this kind of mint color. Hopefully, if I eventually work my way into a camera upgrade, you guys will be able to see a bit better what it is I'm working on, because I cannot zoom with this camera. So I do apologize for that. But hopefully as I layer the color on, you'll start to see more and more of it come together. I'm slowly learning that I have to be pretty generous with the paint on these in order to fully cover any of the ink that's already on here to show the numbers. So I went back through, since I started with the background, and had to do another layer. So I did that off camera because we don't really need to watch me go over the same spot again. And I have a couple more spots to touch up just because my arm really hurt. But that's okay. Yeah, you can't. I feel bad, you can't really see. The color's going on there, it's just such tiny spots. It does make a really cool painting because it is so intricate, but at the same time, it takes such a long time and feels very finicky to try and make sure I get all these tiny little spots with enough saturation of the acrylic. Thank you. So if you haven't seen this, oh, that's right, my camera's upside down. This is what we're going for. So we still have quite a ways to go, as we have to, all the white hasn't been put down. We've got a bunch of the blues and a lot of these mid pink tones, more blues, and I haven't put down like most of the greens. So yeah, for something I thought would take like a day to do, it's quite a project, but that's okay. How is everyone's week? Does anyone have big plans for the weekend? Anything exciting that they're looking forward to? I know I was looking forward to being out of town, but I'm making it work. Because soon enough, I'll be fully vaccinated and then I can go do whatever I want. Within reason, of course. No, baby, you cannot come up right now. You've been so good all day. I went out to get my allergy shots earlier, and I stopped at McDonald's because since my dad's out of town, he hasn't stopped by for lunch. And my cat has been driving me crazy because he started getting an extra patty of meat and cheese on his burgers to share with my cat. So she's gone an entire week without a McDonald's burger. And she's so spoiled. So she's been driving me crazy. So I got McDonald's today so she could have some. And up until I hit going live, she's been really good today after being a brat like all week. And now she wants my attention again. That's how it goes. I imagine it's 10 times worse if you have kids. It's not a bad thing. It's just always at like the most inopportune timing. Shawnee Bear, hello. How are you? Happy, gosh, what time is it? 8. Is it just after 8 in the morning? 800 hours? Am I close? How is Saturday? How's the weekend looking? Do we have good things to look forward to? I feel like I'm an hour off. 9 a.m.? Am I more? I don't know. Ooh, I did good. It is 8:20. Yeah. A little overcast. Well, it was overcast yesterday. It's a little sunnier today, which is nice. But I can make do if it's going to be overcast again. Have you popped open your vodka? I know you were looking forward to that. Or is it too early? Johnny, hello. How are you today? I hope you're having a good week. Been looking for you to go live, Johnny, so hopefully this weekend, because I've missed you. I was telling someone else last night about you doing the 100 Children Challenge on Sims 4. Because they want me to try that. I'm like, but my friend Johnny's doing it, and I don't want to copy him. Even though it's an absolutely amazing idea. I love it. A lot of photo editing. Ooh. Yeah, it does help when the weather doesn't want to cooperate so that you kind of have to do the work. It's also been one of those days where, like, as soon as I went live, as always, that's when a bunch of people, like, sent me text messages. I had a few people, well, I had one person call me. And I'm like, I'm trying to get going, you guys. It's always 6 p.m. It's always these days. So it's fine. It's just kind of funny how that tends to always happen. I think I'm finally starting to learn, though, the amount of water to add so that it's going to work with the texture of the canvas I'm using, as well as putting down enough pigment. But again, anything I have to go over, I'm just going to do that off camera because we don't need to watch me repainting stuff when I have so much more to do and so many other paintings to get to still. So I think that's it for that section. Nope. Not at all. I feel bad you guys can't really see it. It's too bright. Does that help? Not really. I just need to get you closer. Ugh. Can at least try and show you this section. Maybe? Ugh. All these shadows. It's an owl, yes. That's what we're working on, is this guy. Ugh. There we go. We're working on this guy little by little. So we're getting there. Ever so slowly, we're getting there. There's a lot of blue and green tones, so I'm trying to alternate between. Last week I wanted to do some of the brighter colors, so I did some more reds and yellows. Whereas this week I'm kind of feeling some of the greens, so that's where my attentions are lying for the moment. All right. Make sure. Let me try one thing. Don't mind me. Just playing around with stuff. Okay, let's try that. Can you guys see a little better? I know it's still kind of hard to see, but hopefully makes it a little easier so you can see where I'm at, what I'm even doing. It's not an actual zoom function, but you can kind of see a little better the sections I'm working on, so hopefully it makes it a little easier for you. Do any of you like to paint or draw? And if so, what kinds of things? I know this, again, it wasn't supposed to be quite as much of an endeavor, but it was kind of a cop-out. I'm a bit shy to do my own art on stream, so I thought I'd start, kind of dip my toes into the water with a paint by number that my grandma didn't feel like doing. Not realizing she didn't want to do it because it was so large and so intricate. So I had anticipated moving on at this point to doing my own art on stream, but that's okay. Or forcing me to actually finish a project that I started, which is a very rare occurrence. Trying my best to make sure I keep moving this so you guys can see. Make sure I'm not missing things along the way. Not that it's a big deal to have to go back or anything. One of these days I'll get a better camera so you can see. Can still kind of see, it's just not as nice as I'd like for it to be. But we'll get there. Little by little, right? Ugh. Billy, hello. I was watching your charity stream earlier. Looked like it was going really well. Congratulations on hitting your goals and surpassing them for St. Jude's. That's amazing. I do draw. This is a paint by number that my grandma gave me. So, as I was just saying, I was hoping to have moved on to my own art, but this is very intricate and much larger an endeavor than I thought I was taking on. So I'm trying to make sure to finish it, and then we'll move on to my own drawings and paintings. Eventually I'd like to also get into doing my sewing projects and things like that, but we're getting there. I'm very scattered, so as you can tell through my streaming, where I have 4 different days of things I do, and then some days I also join people on their podcasts. I tend to have a lot of projects going at once, so I'm trying very hard to make sure I actually finish a project before I move on and start yet another one. It's easier said than done, though. Oh, thank you. I do actually have a hat right here. I know you have a lot of points. I need to do some better redemptions. I do have plans to work on that this weekend. Thank you, T-Fly. TV2Fly. I already told you I want to call you T-Fleeby. I hope he's still going to be on in a couple hours, but I can do that. Hopefully he's not a little too much. But yeah, definitely I will go over to Beezy. I know he was helping you out, and Beezy's is awesome. He's a good time. But thank you for stopping through. Do you have any big plans this weekend? Do anything fun with the kid? With the family, I guess I should say. When he behaves. Yeah, I know. That's why I get a little nervous. I have to see how much he's been drinking, if he's playing like a rage-inducing game, 'cause it's a little different energy to go into. Oh, babysitting? Well, that still sounds fun. Are you doing like a play date or something with the kid? Also, we're getting to the point, just like, so not this coming Monday, but the Monday after I get my second vaccination, and then 2 weeks after that, I'm free to come hang out. Off to New York City, baby. Can show me all the good places to go instead of all the touristy crap places I went last time. Yeah, it's probably really hard to set up playdates during pandemic right now. But hopefully soon, as people keep getting vaccinated, hopefully numbers will calm down soon and we can move forward with a new sense of normality instead of this kind of in-between that we've been doing for 14, 15 months now. I'm also looking forward to being able to put my plants in the ground because they are overgrowing from their pots. Yeah, this in-between is really, really difficult. Ugh, I'm trying to be patient, especially now that there is an end for me. Like, I know when the vaccine's coming, I know kind of what to expect and what is going to happen after. I'm just ready for that to be now. I don't want to wait another 3 weeks. But after 14 months. What's 3 more weeks? Just have to try and be good. Make sensible choices. A little longer. We're getting there. We're getting there. Kind of like this painting. Seems never ending. But we're getting there. One color at a time. Sometimes I have to go back and redo. Sometimes I make a mistake, but no one really cares. It's fine. Ugh. I was really nervous this morning after posting in Contagion. I thought I was going to have a lot of people mad at me, so I'm glad I didn't. Since the Contagion crew's here, hello. I'm glad you guys are not mad at me. I was afraid I was going to step on quite a few toes, but at the same time, I was sick of biting my tongue and felt it needed to be said. So I appreciate you not being mad at me. Aw, thanks. Yeah, no, I was really nervous, but at the same time, I was getting really fed up with some people, and I get that it's hard sometimes for people to see the big picture and to think of things outside of how it affects them. And normally I don't find it my place to remind them to think about how things affect other people, but it's been days. It's time to move past the this makes me upset into yes, other things are going on though. It's gotta be hard for all you guys though, with so many different personalities and trying to get them to work together. The least we can do is not add to the stress, in my opinion. Take me or leave me. I feel like that's a song. I'm slowly learning to be unabashedly myself. So thank you guys for being a part of that process. We're getting there. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes, but that's okay. Oh, RJ. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not trying to like be super vague. It's just not my laundry to air. So I can say that I was very pleased when I had to make changes to my Discord and some people were not happy about it. And for the most part, people were pretty good about it. I haven't had any flack for people I've had to remove or anything. So I've been fortunate. Other people are not so fortunate, where people get upset in having things change on them. But also, it's not your space. You don't control whether or not it changes. And if after a few days you're still that upset about someone changing something, leave. Like, if it's bothering you that much, don't be a part of it. Either get on board or move along. My opinion, So if you disagree, that's fine. Exactly. I take zero offense if I get kicked from a Discord. It just means things are moving in a direction where I'm no longer a part of that. And that's okay. Like, I'm not a part of every person's journey. Even if I'm a part for like a day, a week, a month, or even just a moment, someone passes through and that's all the impact that I ever have on them, that's okay. I don't need to be a part of like 1,000 people's daily lives. That's too much for me. Even a Discord with like 100 people is overwhelming to me. It's just a lot. So for people to be mad because a Discord of all things are changing how they do things to make it work for the community that they're building, like, obviously you're not a healthy part of that community if you can't get on board with the way they want things to move. So I made my Discord 18 plus, and I had to remove the people who are open about being under 18 just because I'm concerned for their safety. I'm concerned about the kind of environment they may or may not be getting themselves into. And sure, they were hurt, and we talked about it, and I kind of explained, and I left it open that if they needed to discuss further, by all means. It's just, I'm not comfortable having people under 18 associating with people who are over 18 in a space I'm creating. Exactly. Like, there's just, by all means. So again, I understand both sides. Like, yeah, if you get booted from a Discord, you can be like, oh dang, that sucks. I'm not part of their journey anymore. But how does it help to complain about someone not seeing you as part of their journey anymore? That doesn't make them want you back. In my opinion, at least. Complaining that someone's moving forward while you're not doesn't make them want to bring you along. Instead, it reinforces the reasons they left you behind. I don't know. So again, I'm very appreciative that people have been good about the changes I've made to my Discord and the ways I'm trying to move forward. And I'm glad that there weren't nearly as many people upset with me for voicing opinions about grow up or get out. I tried to voice my opinion as politely as I could, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, grow up or get out already. Also, RJ, I might need to steal Hotberry from you. Just for a day. I want to go on a zoo date. Once we're all vaccinated and able to. Just for a little bit. I mean, obviously you'd be welcome as well, but I don't see you wanting to go hang out at the zoo. So. If you decide you'd like to go to the zoo with us, by all means. Again, I just don't see that being the thing you want to do. So I'll steal her away. and will go to the zoo. Subs need a break too, okay? Consider it part of the self-care routine. I know. Or you can always drop them off with the grandparents. You're like, hi mom, I brought you some kids, bye! Let's see, anything else over here? I don't see any. So I think I need to move on to the wing. No. Well, before I move on to the wing, we'll move over here. With no respect for the pandemic. Oh no, I feel like there's a story there. If you feel like sharing. Also, all of the waffles that I did this week for cooking turned out so well. I need to come up with something equally as entertaining for next week, because that was really amusing for me. I haven't heard yet if my family liked that. Oh, you kept them away for a year now. Yeah, a whole year without the grandkids is probably torture for them. And as terrible as it sounds, a whole year without them as help is probably torture for you guys too. I know parents love their kids and all that, but I just imagine wanting a break after a couple days. Like just needing some time, some space, some conversations that are adult in intellect and nature. I don't know. Having no kids myself, I can only imagine probably worst case scenarios of what it would be like. And then I think it's just the wing here. Yep. That. Yeah, I know. After so many months, like, yes, it's nice to keep everyone safe and healthy. I'm all for it. And that's why I too am just like, okay, how much longer? Only 3 more weeks. I can do that, right? Do I have to? Really? I mean, how much risk is it right now to like go outside? I haven't had a hug in 14 months. Like how much of a risk is it for a hug? Can I do that yet? Are we getting close? 3 more weeks. I can be patient-ish. I don't need any more chronic issues. Official Leg Army, hello. How are you today? Spring break, I know, right? At this point, I'm ready for a spring break. I've never taken a spring break. I'm like, yes, please. Sign me up. Oh, right. I need to be vaccinated first. Can I go on spring break in a month? Is that okay? Summer break? Something? Anything? Please? I've been watching videos on how to convert an ambulance into a mobile home type thing. And I kind of really want to do that right now. Spend these next few weeks like fixing up an old ambulance so that I can go on the road and travel a bit, because I've been so cooped up. Yeah, like I'm on at weird time. So for me, it's 6 p.m. Eastern, and I only do about 2 hours per stream. So this month I added a couple extra days. So I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think next month we're gonna try Sunday through Wednesday at 6 and see if that goes a little better. So that way, I think the plan right now that I have is I would do Sunday cooking, Monday gaming, Tuesday just chatting still, and Wednesday art. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But that way it's kind of the start of the week stuff. Since most people want to party on Friday, not chill out. I do pretty well on Fridays, but I think this would do better on a different day. So we'll see. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm just trying to figure out what is best for me and the people I want to reach. And then I'm also mod for more people. I just started helping out a couple partnered streamers. Well, in particular, a partnered streamer as a mod. So that's changing my schedule a little bit, even though he told me not to change my schedule around his streams. But I want to be there and I want to help and learn and grow. So it's a very interesting balancing act. And then the other streams that I mod for are also growing. So I'm trying to be very wise with my time, which is why I've cut back on doing like TikToks and Instagram posts. I still haven't done much with my YouTube, but I'm still trying to work on that. And at the same time, I want to get outside and get exercise and see the sun. Katie, I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at it. Even when I was talking with the streamer, I was like, oh yeah, so we missed our call yesterday because life just happened. And then today we both slept late. So I was like, okay, well, I've got like an hour before I go live, but I also need to get set up so we can try and squeeze a call in. But then after that, I'm pretty sure I'm going straight into streaming, well, playing while Katie streams. And then that's when you're going to be streaming, is right after that. And then I need to go to bed early because I have to mod tomorrow for the long Saturday show. And I don't have to. These are choices. And thank you. I do really like these colors. I'm trying to pick the colors that I'm most connecting with on the day. So I have a few different ideas of, I know, I keep doing all these things. It's a little easier when I'm not the one on the screen, but at the same time, I'm still trying to keep going and do things within my availability and not overdoing it. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a very interesting balancing act, this Twitch streaming. I keep moving off camera. I feel like I'm missing some, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, down here, that's where. I like keeping busy. It's just a lot of times I tend to take on way more than I can handle, and then I have to try and backtrack, which people don't enjoy when you have to take time away from them. But I keep doing it. It's a hard lesson. I will probably keep learning over and over again, because sometimes I just like to be stubborn and not learn the first few times. I will say trying to paint on stream is very different than what I thought it would be. So because there's all the lights so you guys can see well, there's reflection because the paint is wet, and it makes it hard for me to see what I'm working on. So that's also why I kind of have to go and touch up areas again after I stream, because then I can see a little better. The lights aren't reflecting off the wet paint. But it is kind of fun to try all these different things and learn what works and what doesn't. So hopefully it can help other people not make the same mistakes I do. Let's see. I know I've heard a lot of people talking about attempting a cooking stream lately, and it's a lot more than you think it is. So if anyone wants to try cooking on stream, feel free to contact me so that you can troubleshoot things you don't think to troubleshoot from my experience before you go live. But it is fun. I do highly recommend trying a cooking stream if you're interested. I think that's all I want. Oh, nope, there's one more right here. Too chaotic in the kitchen. I mean, if you've ever watched me, I'm pretty chaotic in the kitchen. I do have experience of teaching cooking live, so it's not that much different to do it on camera. Kashmani, hi, how are you? How's your It Takes Two going? Been watching that a bit. It's just a lot to try and stream cooking. So I definitely recommend to start simple and with things that don't take a lot of finesse. or any cutting if you're not used to cutting in front of people, because I'm not a professional chef, so I still need quite a bit of concentration to make sure I don't cut myself. And especially when you're already splitting your concentration by being live and talking with chat, the last thing you want to do is cut yourself while live and have that video evidence. And also traumatize a bunch of people who may or may not have issues with those types of things. Exactly. If you have a tendency to overcook things, I'd probably start with things that don't involve cooking. What did I start with? I think I started with pasta because I cook a lot of pasta. It's pretty straightforward for me. Exactly, RJ. Some people might be into that thing. A lot of people not so much, so it's just potential trigger warnings. I've had a couple close calls, which I will not tell you when or which videos to look for, of where I've hit my nails with the knife, or I felt it touch my skin, but because I was being extra careful, I didn't push down enough. So just be aware. It's really, like, I don't think I make it look easy, but if you think what I'm doing does make it look easy, it's much not. Much more difficult than that. I think we're ready to move on. Let's see. I have... Ooh, I missed one last time. So we'll touch that real fast. It's kind of inevitable. There's always going to be something I miss and have to go back and do. Astrophysics, hello. Through Zoctual. And kind of Ian, yeah. But through World of Tanks. I'm a big fan of Zoctual doing World of Tanks and Stellaris. I tend to hang out more on Stellaris nights just because there are a lot of people there on World of Tank nights. Also, how are you doing, Astrophysics? How you been? How goes the tank games? Yeah. I really mostly enjoy when he gets new followers and runs down trees. That's what I look for. Because I am not a gunner or a tank type gamer. Billy with all the hype. Aw, thank you. So much love. So much love. But yeah, it's been a little while since you stopped by, Astro, so it probably looks a bit different from when the last time you were here. I don't know if it's ADHD, but I tend to change up what I'm doing, what I'm streaming, and how I'm doing it a lot. So I'm sure I drive some people super crazy with that. I don't mean to, I promise. I just have a hard time focusing on stuff for too long, which is why I don't do well with gaming with other people. Oh, I just saw a spot I missed of the color I was just doing. No! Oh, no, Astro, you're fine. Like I said, I think you've stopped by a couple times, but it's been a few months and I've changed things quite a bit. So I'm glad you stopped by. I appreciate you saying hey. I know it's a little bit before Zoctool goes on. I tend to end before he goes live, so I haven't been able to raid into him for quite a while. But I do need to introduce more people to Zoctool. I'm just trying to be more aware because the energy I have is very different from Zoctool. So even though I enjoy it, not everyone will. And same kind of thing, like if Zoctool were ever raid into me, I don't think most people would stick around because it's just a very different style of streaming. But it's cool to see how so many different people can take this platform and really make it their own and show off their personalities in wildly different yet effective ways. Also, when is Zoctool gonna get his face cam? I thought he was gonna do that like months ago. Instead, he just keeps teasing y'all, myself included. Shaw. I thought that was supposed to be a Christmas thing, and here it is. It's already halfway into April. We'll have to start blowing up his Twitter. Be like, face cam. We want face cam. Oh, do you? Nice. Color me jealous. Get it? Because I'm painting. I got jokes. They're not good. I know. But I know you guys have played quite a few games together and hang out, so I'll just have to be jealous. Wait for the face cam. Pretend I'm a patient human being, which I'm not. The universe keeps trying to remind me to be patient. I just don't do well with it. Official leg army, thank you. I really do appreciate all of the love and support, you guys. It means the world to me. I've had a hard time the past couple of months, but I think I'm on the better side of it these days. For anyone who says streaming is easy, then they're probably doing it way better than I am, because streaming is not easy for me in any way, shape, or form. I started in November, November 11th, so I just hit my 5-month anniversary this week. Yeah, it's so difficult. Like, Contagion's great. There's just a lot of people, and it's hard to try and keep up and keep track. For me too, I don't do shooters, and there's a big following of shooter games, which is great, and I love to see it. I just can't stick around for long. Whereas if people are playing RPGs, I can be there for way longer without it getting me down. I just don't do well with the loud noises and the flashing and all the cussing and complaining. There. Let's do this olive green color. I think that looks cool. Just saw a piece right here. Oh, I wish I could zoom in even more. You guys can't see this color very well. I do really like this. It's a little more yellow than an olive green, I'd say. But I like the mix of all these cool tones and then a little bit of the bright tones in there. Let's see. There's a larger chunk, so maybe you can see this better. On the one hand, I like how detailed this is, but on the other, it makes it so hard to share with you guys. I just didn't realize when I started. Oh, can't see. Ascended, hello. Oops. Uh-oh. Why did it do that? That's weird. I'm sorry that Automod tried to get mad at you for saying yo. That's weird. I've typically been trying to choose sections that aren't like right up next to each other when I can. T-Mac, hello. Thank you so much for the bits. Why, there it is. I saw it pop up, but the notification was slacking. 15 bits, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Are you all done with work and ready for the weekend? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. See if I can show you this pretty cool color. Yeah. It's reading more brown, but it is more green. That's too bad. I like this color. So where else is this color? It's not that one. Oh, I used the wrong color. That's why. Oh no. It's okay. Easily fixed, because fortunately it's the darker color that I wanted to use before. I just opened the wrong container. I'll do this dark purple. It's a very red tone of purple. So I think it looks really cool. Should cover up that pretty green without much issue. We'll just have to save the pretty green for something else, which is okay. How are you doing, T-Mac? big plans this weekend? Anything fun? Trying to see around the glare of the light. Not the easiest thing to do. But as I thought, you can definitely see that color a bit better. Thank you, Astro. Definitely understand. Go get some matches done, kick some butt, and I will catch you later. More talent than luck? I don't know about that. This one's more just paying attention, which I am not talented in. But I try. That's all we ask. As long as you try. I really like this color. I want it to be used more. But I don't see any more. Aw, thank you, Astro. I hope you have a great weekend full of lots and lots of wins, but good games of wins, not where the other team's just so pathetic that it's kind of a waste of your time. I believe in you. I think it can and will happen. There, we'll do this wing spot. Unlikely. Oh, I think it'll happen. I have faith. You gots this. I want this color to be used way more than it is. It's so pretty. There's some for the eyes. Seems like that's about it though. There's not a whole lot, because there isn't any black. There's a really dark blue and this really dark purple. Unless... No. Yeah, that's a super dark blue. That's okay. So normally when I do art, I start with the lightest colors and then work darker. But with this, I'm just kind of doing whatever, wherever. Not really thinking too much about that. As long as it dries between layers, it's not a big deal. And especially since I'm doing much higher amounts of pigmentation, I don't have to worry as much about smearing the paint or getting it re-wet. I am trying to be much more careful with the darker colors, and I am with the lighter. So it's always easy to layer over the light colors than it is with the dark. Oh, I should warn you, for those who might go watch the Doki Doki video, I had to replace the finale song because that had a DMCA claim on YouTube. So what you hear on YouTube is not the actual thing, just to be on the safe side. Fortunately, it didn't have any issues on Twitch yet, because that would have sucked to get a hit for Doki Doki, not even knowing there was a song coming. But if you want to watch me be traumatized live, go watch me play Doki Doki on YouTube. Especially part 2, because that was very traumatizing. Just saying. This is all blues. I don't know. Again, I really like this color. It's just not a lot of use, unfortunately. Probably should have started on this side since I'm using my right hand to paint, but oh well. We'll make this work. I never understood how people can paint and draw without putting their hand down. Like, I have to rest my hand on the paper. That's something I would love to learn someday, so I stop smearing my artwork. Or learn to do digital art so that it doesn't matter. There. Another little spot down here. I need to watch some Bob Ross videos. I've always been absolutely amazed at how he could make trees. Well, it's one thing I never quite learned how to paint or draw in a way that I approved of. So that's something I definitely want to practice. There. Wow, it looks so small on the camera too. It's so hard to see. I really like this color way more than I probably should, since it's one of the, if not the darkest colors. But I like the juxtaposition between all these light, cool colors and this really dark red purple. Nice maroon option. It looks like it's showing up pretty black for you, so I'll try and get a close up in just a moment so you can see a little better how pretty this color is. So against the red, still looks pretty black. Against the white, it still looks pretty black. Once I get the dark blue next to it, it should look really cool. Shoot. I found another spot I missed with a color from last week. Go figure. Not much, so it's okay. Okay, so now what do I want to do? Let's go back to that really cool olive green color that I had started and then got put on the wrong spot. Ooh. Keep hitting my elbow on the chair. Not really helpful. Thank you, official. Oh no, I missed some spots. Oh, those are going to be difficult to go back for. up here. Let's see if I can twist my wrist right. There we go. I think it's much better. Bit by bit, we're making progress. And slow going, but we're getting there. I tend to not like projects that take multiple days to complete because my hands directly reflect whatever emotions I'm feeling. So if I have to knit or crochet or paint anything multiple days, the way it's done is going to be very different. And you can say I wear my heart on my sleeves in a sense. So with this, where it's little bits and pieces, it's not too bad. It's like a whole chunk is obviously different from another whole chunk. And I'm sure even if I were to do a compilation of like how I do my painting throughout this whole process, it'll be noticeably different from day to day, week to week. Well, that's kind of the fun of art too. Pros and cons. I should do art streams later at night so people can just fall asleep to this. I know I would. Put on my nice ASMR relaxing voice. Talk a little softer and slower, maybe a little deeper. Get up close and personal with the microphone. That sounded worse than I meant for it to be. Waffle, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Just slowly making progress on this art piece that I thought would be done like a month ago. Very slow progress. But it's okay. It's about the journey, not the destination. At least that's what we tell ourselves. We're getting there. How have you been, Waffle? I know you've done a couple art streams this week and we're back to playing some games. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. That's important to me. Oh, you're doing more art tonight. Good. I look forward to it. I look forward to checking that out. So this is what I'm working on. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, the cam, it focuses like right about here. I've tried zooming in because the work is so intricate. It's just, it's a webcam. It'd be nice if I could force the focus on anything, but it doesn't. And then like it knows where it's supposed to focus. It's just choosing not to. I just did not realize how detailed and large of a painting I was getting myself into when I started this. Oh no, you're fine. I would like to upgrade the cams and stuff at some point. It's just a slow process of upgrades, trying to figure out where to invest, because everyone keeps telling me to get a better computer chair since this one is very painful for me. But that's a big chunk of money to invest when I could instead get like lights and cameras for the cost of a chair. I know my comfort's important, but I care more about providing a good product for people. So I don't know. Your secret lab? Yeah, a lot of people do the secret lab, or oh, it starts with an A is what some people were recommending for me. Yeah, by all means. Right now I have a Blue Yeti that I was given as a gift, which I appreciate. It's just, I can't place it where I need to because my desk is too thick for the arm. And I've tried putting filters in, which I don't know if they're helping or hurting. I don't know. We do what we can here. We make it work. We Tim Gunn this stuff. Where most people start with just a console and an account, I'm very fortunate to have access to some of this stuff, so I cannot be mad. Of course, there are always things I'd like to do to upgrade, but there are always going to be things I want to upgrade. Oh, this is a very intricate spot. It's fine. We got this. Oh, I missed a spot up there. Was I working on this one? Bearded Mexican, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Are you going to go live while you make dinner, or are you just doing this one for yourself? Because I do love watching you make food. Maybe too much. But you're so much better at it. Not that it's a comparison. I make comfort food. You make good food. It's very different. Oh, yes, definitely send me a snap. I look forward to it. I do forget that I'm also on Snapchat and to recommend that. He's gonna say he's not a chef, but he does make really amazing looking meals. And he plays Monster Hunter Rise. So, Waffle, meet Bearded Mexican. Bearded Mexican, meet Waffle. Both food lover and RPG lover. And people who put up with me. Both also amazing streamers. Exactly, I knew you were watching, or you were streaming Monster Hunter Rise, as was Bearded Mexican. Nice. See, this is what streaming is about for me. I don't need to be the focus. I actually don't care to be the focus. But if I can be a place where people can come together and meet other people who play similar games and have similar interests and make friends, you don't have to be my friend, that's fine. But if I can create a space where you can find similar people and become friends, I'm for it. Hello, Gerard. That is what I enjoy. Oh, Bearded Mexican, you'll have to tell Waffle about your arch nemesis through Monster Hunter Rise, because that whole scenario is just hilarious to me. I love it. And I think you'll get a kick out of it as well. Yeah. All right, go make your dinner. Enjoy. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'm going to try and just finish up with this color. I just have a few more to do. And then I think I'm also going to go figure out some dinner. Even though I had a late lunch, I'm hungry again. And I made waffles this week, so I don't have, like, real food. Which means I have to go make it. I made dessert waffles, I guess I should say. Mostly dessert waffles. So I have food. It's just not the best option for dinner. Maybe after dinner as a good snack. But not as a main meal. I was really hungry when I woke up too, because I did have a waffle as dinner last night instead. Because, oh, they turned out so well. I definitely recommend all of them. I was expecting the donut waffle to be a huge and utter fail, but it was really good. Even leftover, because that's what I had last night. It was a leftover donut waffle. It's not as light and fluffy as like normal donuts or waffles, but I still was not mad at it. I was very pleased. I just didn't think it was going to have that flavor. And also, why did no one tell me it was so easy to make a homemade syrup? Oh, that was so good. It was so easy. Okay, I'm really bad with powdered sugar, so it got all over my stove and that was annoying to clean up. But the syrup was worth it, especially on that dark chocolate brownie waffle. Oh my goodness. Absolutely divine. So maybe next time I'll actually use the sifter I bought so I'm not making a giant mess and it won't be as hard to clean up. But yeah, now I want to make blueberry syrup and strawberry syrup. Oh yeah, no worries. Kids always come first. Family is most important. Last couple, I think. I don't remember seeing any others where this color looked appropriate. Which means next week I'll probably find a bunch of them. Let's see. Oh, there's a little bit over here. That makes sense. Just a little bit on this flower. any others? Don't think so. I'm gonna have to start getting into all of the pale pinks and the dark blues soon. And I think the very last color I'm gonna do is white, because I really want to make sure that pops. So I'm trying to save that for the very end. But I did all that, and I did all that. So yeah, I think we're done with this color. I think we've made our progress for the day. Nowhere near as much as I always hope. I don't know why I always think it's going to go so much faster than it does. But it's okay. It's okay. So let me zoom back out so you can see where we're at. So it's starting to come together. You can start to see the outline. We've got flowers, owl face, body, feathers, down to the legs. So stick around. We're gonna raid BZ. Let me make sure he's still going strong. He is a much more hype personality. Be aware. Let me see what he's even up to today. Switch this over while we make our adjustments. And then I will be back on Monday with, I think we're gonna do Little Hope, which is a horror game, a choose your own adventure horror game, which will probably take 2 weeks to do. I don't think I can get that done in a single sitting. And then after that, we'll see if I want to go to something else or if we're going to stay with the horror genre. Always doing paladins. Okay, that should be fine. So thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate each and every time. Like I said, I will be back on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to reach out on my Discord, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, through Twitch, whatever you need to if you have any questions. In the meantime, try and share some love and support to BZ as we head on over there. But it's time for this errand to go.